All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. 27-yard line.
Ready. 8, read.
57's the mic.
All day, dog.
Shoot.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Banks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Frost. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Let go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the box to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Chopper. Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh.
54. Mike, 54. Know your job.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Watch out, watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They'll run it with Williams. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. On first down, it's Williams, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Williams. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good,
64.
you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You got to take them when you can.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches that talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter. Big grip, big grip.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
Here we
but
go.
when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw. Kirkland. It's complete downfield out left to his running back.
Yeah!
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Get it.
On third down, Frost.
I got you, boy.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's it, baby.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it, I guess. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Let's go
They'll
now.
come up now on a
18
second and long after the hold.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Kirkland. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shelton.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Ready up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a
I'm
yard.
coming after you.
6'6", bullet high.
No. Off.
Ready.
I got you, boy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
And it's 4th down.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
I want that. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Tracy.
Give me that ball, defense.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tracy. Forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw. Tracy. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, Tracy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Watch the screen.
To throw on 3rd down, Kirkland. Throw left side complete. It's Shelton. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On the double.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, Williams looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Tracy got his man. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Ready?
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Kirkland.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. On the ground, this is Williams. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
You got tight.
Look, squeeze.
Second and 15.
Check 31, check 31.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Touchdown, Vikings.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get it.
Back to throw. Kirkland. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shelton. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's do this.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. With a tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join Charles, the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shelton. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
15 line.
54, watch 54.
Yep.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 5-4.
Now.
To throw on 3rd down. Tracy, he's going to air one out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check back.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
1st down, Dolphins.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kirkland. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That's it, baby.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check 37.
Go.
I got it. I got motion. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Not here. Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Tracy. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
30 base.
Watch the run.
Blue draw Corker. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Frost. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Double up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Frost.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
Ready. 10-2 saw.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. It's Shelton. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Strip that ball.
Throwing on 1st down. Kirkland. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Kirkland. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
26-yard line.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Watch us slip.
Williams. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
36.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
218, chopper.
The boom. I see you, boys. I see you.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Tracy. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go!
A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready!
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
Wahoo!
Looking to throw. Tracy. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He wasn't ready.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, watch the lane.
At the 14.
Go! You ain't going nowhere.
Left side, and he's got a man. It's Banks. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Pilot. 64. Weak.
On first down, Kirkland. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
You better protein spill.
Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Frost. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Frost. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Box drop. Get it.
From the gun, Kirkland. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kirkland. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, fellas.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
West.
65.
Shoot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Tracy, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 61, matchbox lights.
He's not going to get me.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Kirkland. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going up top. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Welcome back to Toronto. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Come on,
the Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been handy as we come up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw. Kirkland. Throw left side complete. It's Shelton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go now. 8, read.
58's the mic.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
X3, 218, chopper.
Deuce.
5.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Kirkland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 9. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Kirkland. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Banks. Give him a couple on the catch in 2nd and 8.
That's what I'm talking about.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Kirkland. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
Down. 10-2 soft.
58's the mic. What we got?
Let's go.
Throw left side complete. That's Banks. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Let's go.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't have much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your deep.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Tracy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to make it fourth down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go!
At their own 34-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Get it.
To throw on second down, Kirkland. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different. No matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Let's go now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
61, matchbox lights. Ready. Put it.
58's the mic, 58's the mic. In your
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Ready. 8, read.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ready.
2nd and long. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch that. Go.
Handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Greystone travel.
Check 43. Check 99. Check 99.
Back to throw. Kirkland. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see him. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready.
A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's now fourth down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Come on,
One
set.
score down.
60
Here we
Pittsburgh.
go. They're going to go for it here on fourth
Hey,
down.
high 7.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. Hey.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Miami, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.